Detachment is the moment when everything actually shifts. When you stop trying to keep him and chase him, that is when he starts to chase and try to keep you.
It's the surface, because when you stop chasing, then his mind has space to wonder. Was it you he wanted, or the validation you gave him? If it was real, he'll come forward on his own. If it was ego, he'll probably disappear.
I have always wondered, why do men chase us back? You know, after they've like broken our heart, after they've ignored us. So once we move on, we move on with our life, they chase us. They try their best to win us back. Why? I have always wondered, because I am not in the mind of a man. So in today's video, we are going to be hearing some couple of men telling us why they chase us back. We are hearing it from the horse's mouth, which are the men. Let's dive into this video, guys.
They always come back when you give them that space and distance, because in that space and distance, you are giving them the opportunity to realize and reflect on what they have lost. Yes, they could probably go out there, date other people, be out there in the field, do all that, and unfortunately, that's sometimes what it takes for them to realize what they have lost too, and realize that there is nothing out here, and that the grass is not greener. A lot of times, when you give them that space and distance, they'll realize, oh, what have I done? I had this person who was really great, there for me and all that, and I really messed up and let that go, honestly. So if you ever were dumped or anything like that, you got to understand, go no contact and just leave them alone. Give them the breakup that they want. And in time, if you are genuine and great to them, they'll learn to regret it. I'm telling you, because your ex can't replace you. They can't replace the genuineness, the kindness, and what it is that you had to offer. Let's be completely honest.
This is such a great question. I think more women should hit me up and ask me things about men that they do that I can explain and hopefully help you guys out, and we can come to a better resolution and more understanding. That's what we want. So a good friend of mine, a girl, she asked me, why do men become more obsessed with me when we pull away, but when I was with him, he acted like he didn't care? And this is just basic human psychology, right? When we have things in life, we get comfortable. It's like anything. If you see something in your room every day, you don't really notice it like that. But the minute you lose it, now it's like all you do is thinking about it. Where is it? Where did it go? Right? And that's the same thing with relationships. Sometimes in life, that's why it's good to spice things up in a relationship, to keep people appreciating you more. That's why sometimes when you break up and come back, the relationship is stronger. It's because people don't notice what they have until it's gone, you know? So I hope this helped a lot of you women understand that. A lot of women like to ask me, what are men thinking when you don't chase them? Right? Look, when men get you to chase them, they do it at a time where they feel like they got you, where you're attached, where you really like them. So they're basically crushing your ego, right? Which makes you overthink and all that. And 99% of girls or 90% of girls who have no experience, it's exactly what's going to happen. But if, because of me, I'm helping you, it's going to change. The percentages are going to change. It's going to force men to change, right? Look, when you don't chase them, it does the opposite. It crushes his ego. It gives you the power, because now he starts to question himself. He starts to feel insecure. He starts to think, does she have another guy? Maybe she's fucking another guy. Maybe I didn't have it like that. Maybe I'm not good enough, right? And what that does is that curiosity is what gives you the power, and then what actually makes him start to become more attached to you, because he's constantly thinking about you.
This is what a man feels when you stop chasing. Like something shifts in a man in that moment. At first, he might not even notice. He's used to your energy, the texts, the effort, all the emotional labor that he put into him. But when that rhythm all of a sudden changes, he feels it. And that's when the truth starts to surface, because when you stop chasing, then his mind has space to wonder. Was it you he wanted, or the validation you gave him? If it was real, he'll come forward on his own. If it was ego, he'll probably disappear. Either way, your silence reveals what his words never could.
This is why they only show up when you finally start to detach. Have you experienced that? When you finally start moving on or trying to walk away, and then all of a sudden they're like 0 to 100 with their effort? And the truth is, they're not choosing you. They just don't want to lose that spot you have in their life. So we're going to talk about it. Number one, because it messes with their ego. Like, you're not texting them first. You're not watching them stories. It just gets a little quieter in their life, and that makes them panic. So it's not about you. It's about them. Number two, they weren't planning to fully commit. They were just planning to keep you there. You know, it's easy access. It's a sense of control. And when you stop, they get scared they're going to lose that. And another thing is, they don't actually miss you. They just miss that feeling of being wanted by you. So they like being chased by you, but when you pull away and they go put all this effort in, it's not that they're chasing you now. They're just chasing that feeling you gave them. So basically, it's not love. It's possession. And the thought of somebody else having you or giving you what they couldn't actually just like is a blow to their ego. So don't mistake the return for love. Like if they wanted you, they would have acted like it before.
Little does he know his obsession will start when you go silent. And this is when he starts talking to himself in your DMs or text messages. You shouldn't be giving him the time of day or energy after he wants to come back, after he claims he wants to act right. The only reason he's trying to act right is because you have gone silent and he doesn't know what exactly you're up to or what you're actually doing or who you're talking to. This has ultimately piqued his interest. If she's not talking to me, who is she talking to? If I don't have her on that leash that I once had her on, who does? It's not him. And this is a classic case of he doesn't want to be with you, but he does not want to see anybody else be with you. He doesn't want to see you thrive. He doesn't want to see you do anything. If it's not with him, he doesn't want it. And don't mix this with him trying to come back to you because he loves you, because he actually wanted to be with you. He realized, oh shit, I can't live without her. That will sometimes happen. But 9 times out of 10, he just wants to know who you're with, who you're doing, whatever it may be.
As a woman, you need to understand that guys that come back after you pulled away, after you mirrored their energy, this is what's going to happen. I can almost guarantee this with 100% certainty. So I need you to listen to this entire video because I do not want you making this mistake that other dating people will say, oh yeah, mirrors energy, oh, pull back, yeah. A guy that comes back after you've pulled back, after you've reallocated, because guys, they have this like sixth sense when you finally moved on from them. They're like, I should text Sarah. You've got a guy that is super avoidant. The guy that comes back after you've mirrored his energy, after you've pulled back entirely, one of two things is happening. One, he either broke up with the current girl that he's seeing, and now you're the second option. You really want to be that, or two, he is a super avoidant. And he's coming back not because he loves you so much. Not that he realized, oh, I missed this gap of you in my life. It's an ego thing. He constantly wants to be like, could I get her back? And oftentimes he can. And they'll come back. They will have a point of intimacy. And they're like, wait a second. It's as if the reason I left her in the first place is still the reason I'm going to leave right now. Trust me, these guys are getting some form of validation. They're getting their ego stroked. They're like, who said yes to my naked body before? Oh, she has. Let me text her. It's not out of love. Trust me, I know all of Hollywood is going to glorify this situation, but it is actually terrible.
They wanted you first, traumatized you, walked away, and now they're obsessed and want you back. To this day, this situation still has you very confused and probably never wanting to date again. Over exaggeration, but you are burnt out because you always be telling yourself the same thing. You were just minding your business. This person could have left you alone, but this person really, really wanted you. And you have discernment. You went through some past things, so you're already hesitant and trying to be as careful as possible. But this person, they studied you from afar. They orchestrated you guys to meet and have these conversations where you dropped your guard and you thought to yourself, you know what? Maybe this one is different. Maybe this is the one. As soon as you had that thought, as soon as like you didn't even complete the thought. You thought it like halfway. That's when that person switched up. At that point, you were already kind of like invested, and now you're confused, like what's going on? Then you were trying to make it work with this person. And what has you very confused too is this person, they flipped the switch very fast. They went from loving you to saying you're the best person they ever wanted to now they're looking at you like an enemy. Like there's like a certain look in your eyes. So this whole situation left you traumatized but gave you more wisdom. And as soon as you were done, because this person walked away from you, as soon as they sensed that you were really, really done with them, that's when they start to become obsessed, and now they want you. And now you're starting to see that, oh, okay, I'm just dealing with like a crazy person. And because of this and what they put you through in the past, you aren't giving access to that person. And the more access you don't give them, the more obsessed they are. But you are trying to close this chapter and just move on with your life.
Some men will do anything, literally anything, but break up with you. They'll belittle you, they'll humiliate you, they'll abuse you verbally, emotionally, they'll compare you to other women, they'll cheat on you, but they will not break up with you. But the moment that you're the one who is trying to finally move on and you make a decision to leave him, this is when you start seeing that he's finally changed. He's making all these promises of going to therapy and self-reflecting and doing the things he needs to be doing. The moment that they see that you're actually going to leave them, this is exactly when they start caring. And I say caring in quote unquote because they're not really caring. What this is manipulation at its finest. They know you're finally going to move on, and you're not supposed to move on. You're supposed to remain silent, and you're supposed to stay by their side, giving them everything that they want and everything that they need. So now that they're seeing that you're really going to move on no bullshit, that's when they start to clean their act up. But let 2 weeks pass by, 3 weeks pass by, and he's right back to square one. The very second that you stop orbiting a man's life, he is going to feel that change. He's going to feel the shift, and he's going to start to do some self-reflection, wondering where his favorite satellite went. Your withdrawal from his life is going to do one of two things: make him realize that he actually lost out on a good woman, or it's going to make him miss the version that he was when you were around. Either way, these are two reasons to never go back to a man's life after you left. Nothing hurts a man more than when you leave his life for good, because this makes him realize that he's replaceable. He's not as irreplaceable as he thought he once was. That is a direct strike to his ego. And that is exactly why he'll watch all of your stories, but he'll never text you. And he might even suddenly randomly message you, hey, happy birthday, out of nowhere, making you think that he actually remembered and cared. But in all reality, he doesn't care or miss you. He misses being missed. He misses the way you made him feel admired, valued, seen, and all the attention that you gave him. Some men, unfortunately, won't hear you until your silence is louder than your voice ever was.
It is typical that you don't know what you have until you lose it. Why do men care when you stop caring? Women start to experience these dynamics when they stop caring. At this point, the woman is drained and she cares less for that relationship or marriage. Men almost don't realize how their actions have destroyed these women until they see that the women no longer care about them. Then you start noticing the following signs. 1, you realize that he always cared. He just found out that you don't care anymore, like you're drained, and it's all been his ego. He starts to come around, he starts to show you how much he cares about you because he's scared of losing you. It's a new dawn. Epiphany sets in. He just realized that he's pushing you away. 2, he feels guilty. When a man feels disappointed and he doesn't want to own up to his flaws, he starts acting funny. Now he realizes you don't care anymore. The guilt comes in. He knows he's just about to lose that good woman, and he suddenly starts to care. 3, he's a manipulator. He doesn't really care. He starts to use reverse psychology on you, pushes the blame on you, makes you feel like you're the one hurting him, reminds you of all the good times you both have had. He's trying to work on you right now. He doesn't really care, but he's going to pretend and play the guilt game, so you feel like it's all about you hurting him. 4, he misses the attention and validation. That guy doesn't really care about you. He misses the care, the love, the attention, and maybe the sex. That's all he misses about you. He can never be consistent. He's not interested in the long term. He's there for the short term. Now he starts to pretend like he cares just so he can get those care, love, affection, and sex back. 5, he doesn't want to lose the benefit you provide. Not like he cares. He doesn't want to miss all that you bring to the table. He's very selfish. He wants to talk about these issues so quick and move faster. He wants everything fixed right now so that benefits you bring in can come back. 6, he just realized that the bare minimum is no longer working. He puts in nothing. He puts in the little but wants to get the most out of that relationship and marriage. Once he realizes that the minimum is no longer working, he starts to put in effort so he can get the most from you again. What a mediocrity. 7, losing you suddenly becomes real. He realizes that you're just about to walk past his life, shut the door on his face, and he starts to pretend and feel like he needs to put more effort and care about you. He doesn't want to be alone. He wants you in his life. He probably wants you to be there to look after the kids and look after his home. He doesn't genuinely care, but he pretends now to care about you. What do you think about all of it?
Little do you know, the obsession is going to start when you are silent and go ghost. A lot of times, the guy that you meet in the beginning is not going to be the same guy that you meet in the end. And it's like, oh, he changed, he did this. He didn't actually change. His intentions and his motives just changed. Here's the thing. Sometimes you sit here and you give in to all this other stuff that he wants, blah, blah, blah. He puts in all that effort and he's obsessed with you. It seems like he's obsessed, but he's not really obsessed. He's obsessed with the outcome that he wants at the end of the day. His motives, his interests change. And once he got exactly what he wanted, that's when he started acting weird and pulling away and all this other shit. He told you what you wanted to hear and he strung you along for however many weeks or months. It's like he put in more effort to tell you what you wanted to hear than actually telling you what his true intentions were. Now he's backed off. He's not texting you. He's not calling you. He's being super inconsistent. And to hear him say it, he's busy and doing all this other stuff. But inconsistency is a choice. The only way you're going to ever gain power or make a man obsessed with you is not giving in to everything he tells you that he wants and all this other shit. Many of you think that if you go along with everything he says, he's going to like you more. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. That's not true. You're like, oh, he keeps coming back. He keeps doing this. He keeps coming back because you keep giving him exactly what he wants. That just starts when you start going silent and being there for your needs and not his. When you sense that he's using you, sense that he's trying to manipulate you, breadcrumb you, get over you, start going silent and see what happens. Like I always say, he likes the fact that you actually like him, but he doesn't want anybody else to actually have you because he still wants that attention from you. Silent treatment will make this guy go crazy and any guy go crazy at that point. In my new book, Hooked on You, I teach you how to make a guy obsessed with you, how to make him fall in love with you without the toxic games, without the toxic behaviors, and to stay in your feminine energy. This has helped thousands of women already.
And it's so true, guys. It's so true. And do you know the funny thing about it? When they come back, maybe when you finally forgive them and they are back into your life, they are back to the relationship, they will start acting like, oh my God, like saints. They will change. You will enjoy the relationship for like 2 weeks, and then they will go back to their old ways. And then you leave them or stop caring, and they will come. You know, the cycle keep repeating. So because if you accept them back, they will keep doing exactly what they are doing. You know, come back, change for like 1 week, go back to their old ways. When they come back to you, it's either you are the second choice, the first choice has dumped them, and now there's okay, let me call her, she's always there, and they will come back to you. You will be like their second choice. And sometimes when they come back to you, you are like their salvation, you are like their source. They need you to survive. So ladies, when you finally break out of that type of relationship, don't go back. Even if the guy call you to apologize, baby, I will change. No, do not even think of accepting them back, because if you accept them back into your life, they will change for just 1 week and go back to their old ways. And you will start thinking, did I do something wrong? Did I did something wrong to accept them back? So you've heard from the guys. You heard from the men themselves. They are telling you, if men suddenly chase you back, these are the things they think. These are the things you need to know. So you don't feel like, oh, maybe you are important, that's why they are trying to get you back. No, baby, no. They're just trying to get you back because the first choice dumped them. Or they need to get you back because you are the key to their survival. They depend on you. They are milking you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below if you've been through this experience. And please guys, let's be friendly down there in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.